interesting drafts for Game 3.
Yeah, it depends on how you say interesting as a caster, right? It could be a good interesting, or it could be
5 seconds.
interesting. Well, we're going to find out here once again. Welcome to Land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup here to decide who moves forward and who goes home. It's game number 3 ahead of us. Will it be Gaimin Gladiators or NAVI MY? And this is the matchup we were talking about. And what better way to have it than an anime matchup in the jungle? We got the Hayabusa and the Suyo.
The student versus the master, Kakashi versus Sasuke. Yeah, I think for the draft, it's the latter. I think it's the interesting choice for GG. Just because of Lilia, I'm not too big of a fan of that. No one's really, you know, that immobile. This is a very high mobility composition, especially the Suyo. So you're going to have a tough time landing those big damage abilities from Sayori on the Lilia. Well, at least it's great in mid lane clear, right? You should be able to find mid lane prio, but what you use the mid lane prio for is going to be the big question later on. As Ashley goes for the taunt and is unable to get it. You can see, there you go, that mobility. Devhani just walks her, rather flies away.
I feel like it's going to be a little difficult too for Ashley, honestly, with the Ganakacho roam to go ahead and catch people into those unbreakables. Taking a look at the emblems here real quick too. Of course, that's why she also went pretty tanky on the Ganakacho. She's got the Revitalize to help her. You also have 2 Purifies here. A big part for Nicolette, and this could be even for Rina as well, is if you snowball on one of these junglers, that's going to do great for the team. But later on, Arya taking a lot of damage.
But too much. Rina, Queller lands it, but the regen gets Arya. Just a bit more HP to survive, and now it's going to collapse coming in. Sayori walks up as a Blade Surge tap. Rina gets away, and again, what we were talking about, those moves not landing because of those blinks, man. So mobile.
So mobile, and that's what's difficult here. And, you know, other than the wave clear, I think you're just going to need more time for Sayori to really pump out the damage on this Lilia. And it really, when it comes down to it, too, I mean, you're seeing how it doesn't take too much for NAVI MY's lineup to put pressure on the lineup of Gaimin Gladiators. This turtle is up here. This is going to be a crucial one to start off the pacing of this early game, as NAVI MY already gets control, half health on the turtle.
Good damage. Penalty zone. Sha onto the turtle. Sayori picks up the kill on the turtle. The glues might have worked in their favor this time, and Ani got chomped off as well by those glues.
Sayori heard it. She made it happen. That was the damage that a Lilia can do if you get that opportunity here.
The turtle is immobile. Let's go for the turtle.
If the least mobile is the turtle, go for it. And so they secure an objective, and it's crazy to think that objective plus those couple of kills get them nearly to a 2,000 gold lead to work with. So GG having some of that control. Also part of this will be, once again, how they scale into this early to mid-game transition. Here's a look once again with the instant replay.
Yeah.
They burn a couple of flickers, and then they just get caught in a bad situation, because even the feathered airstrike was, you know, not enough to pump out the damage, and then you have to cancel it out early, and then Hanny gets caught even after using the flicker there. So good response from GG in that team fight. And with that too, you know, Fao, she threw the Spear of Destruction to join the fight, but it just didn't land.
And it's also just a playstyle diff here when you have Panda on the Granger. This is the reason they first picked the Granger, right? One of the things that we did mention in game number 2 as well, the fact that Panda just becomes so much more active on the map. She definitely enables the team way more when she's on a Granger. In the early game, just adding damage. In the late game, being that executor with 50, 60 stacks on the Skypiercer.
Definitely, that's exactly what she wants to replicate from game 1. And that range advantage, I guess if you compare that Granger to the Bruno, for example, in the previous game, it's quite a big difference. And playstyle as well, like you mentioned. So, but still, this is, I think, the highlight for NAVI MY is that mobility that they have here. And they can work around that, especially when they get these, you know, now that they have these level 4s, the battle spells are going to be available for this next turtle. I think they approach this fight in a much different way. As long as Hani can get, Nicolette's just going forward, so she went in. Yeah, she used the Retribution for that. Turtle's up, though, here. But I wonder how they play this out. NAVI MY doesn't have the Retribution either, so I think they just see what they can get. Good push up top, though. Fafa was able to get probably a good chunk of extra gold for her.
Yeah, it's actually going to be, I think, might be a turret. No, Panda walks up, clears the cannon, can't really get to the caster minion there, so there will still be a turret traded in for the turtle. SOD does land, but Nicolette is already there, and I don't think Fafa was brave enough to take it unless, no, SOD Shadow has disappeared. Nicolette should be able to take this for free. Neutral objective secure. Turtle number 2. Taken by Gaimin Gladiator. Down the mid lane they go. Watch Shadow over with a shadow kill as well, but it actually goes on to Remnant. That's an AOG not landing. Hani able to flicker out to safety. And it's just that. Turtle for turret.
2 flickers burn, though, in that pressure put on by GG. And like you mentioned, too, earlier on, so Skypiercer is now online and available for Panda. She's got that locked in. And this is where NAVI wants to make sure that, you know, they don't give these opportunities for that stacks to start building up for Panda, because it's going to be tough to deal with. Now, the pressure that will come through GG's lineup now at this point in the game, they hold up. As you see Panda rotate down towards Fafao. Actually, another flicker burn.
3 flickers down.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of just getting that resource down alone, Mirko.
And that will really benefit Sayori. We've been talking about how mobility is crucial for NAVI Malaysia to outplay Gaimin Gladiators. The fact that now they won't have 3 flickers means that Sayori is going to land more and more glooms. Good SOD landing. Instant revitalize from Ashley, respecting the damage that couldn't come through from Fafao, but the poke is right there from Panda, still coming out. Hani rotating bot, and GG go back mid. Clean gaming.
Yeah, it looks like they're, you know, trying to find these windows of opportunity. Ashley having the Avatar, the Guardian available, can usually jump into those turrets if they want to, but they didn't have the wave pressure either, so they've got to manage that. NAVI just stopping things from getting too out of hand. So we're going to take a little breather here in this one while our players, of course, get things situated.
Now their main win condition is down, so this is, I guess, the reason they went Moscow. In case plan A doesn't work, which again is the snowball, they still have Fafao who scales pretty well. What? It's an awkward fist crack. Arya just goes to the Purify and gets out, gets a few shots of the Feather Airstrike, but she can take it.
A little bit of a push up top for Nicolette. I don't think she gets any hits herself. Arya with a sliver of health. Going to be able to survive. Looks like the focus. They might make a play under the turret.
Yeah, Nicolette jumps in into shadow kill. Ashley walks up with a taunt as well. Just locking her down as the AOG comes in to bait out Shaw's flicker. Fafao gets the turret down below. So they have plan B in action. Golden Sap already. But it's looking like plan A is falling a bit too far behind.
Ashley planting herself right there, right in front of Arena. That's going to be a turtle secured. Shaw takes a couple hits. Gonna go ahead and rejuve.
I don't know about that, Rena.
This is tough.
Look at the Blade Surge. Luckily, there's no one there to follow it up, but that was an ambitious Blade Surge down the bottom lane. Sayori with the glooms, forcing Fafao back. 3 flickers, back up nicely.
They've got these, they're trying to hold on to this turret. I mean, Panda has been here for quite some time. Sayori will hold them. Feather Airstrike going to be dropped down. They just want this turret. Black Shoes.
Massive fist crack for the pin down, but there's no one to follow it up. Now penalty zone! And the SOD lands flush on Sayori. She couldn't survive that one as Arya continues to run away here. There's not much they can do. Back Nicolette with the shadow kill in the back of the quad channel landing too. Rena going to be falling as Panda picks up a kill, threading the needle to get a death sonata.
Just when you thought that was NAVI's fight, GG comes in to save the day. Oh, hold on. AOG.
Flickers out for Hani. And that will be a tier 2 in the mid lane. A massive lead, 6,000 for GG.
What just happened to the gold lane? I mean, this is ballooned in the last, what, couple minutes here. We got back into the game. We're going to take a look at the instant replay. Once again, Feather Airstrike was dropped down, and Raymond goes in for this. The Revitalize helps extend this fight. And you think it's over from here, like Arya's just going to be taken down, but then right at the right time, Nicolette gets the call and goes forward with that shadow kill. Panda to support her too. Rhapsody shots were on point, so great layering of everyone in that fight.
After this Naisu, I just don't want to see Nicolette on utility junglers anymore. Lancelot work, Hayabusa work. Oh, solo kill in the bottom lane! Right as we call it, Nicolette, a lethal assassin in game 3.
I know what you want to see though. You want to see Panda on the Granger some more.
Oh yeah, for sure. Panda needs to stick on Granger, Nicolette on Assassins, and then the rest, do your thing, you know?
Do your thing. NAVI, despite facing a 7,000 gold deficit, seems like they still want to go ahead and find some of these fights. They're going to have to give up this Lord, of course, and get ready for a base defense. But you know what we haven't seen just yet is really a valuable penalty zone. If Shaw can actually get a penalty zone in the base defense to help things up, maybe that will set up Hani to drop the feathered airstrike a little bit more. That might be what they need.
At this point, it has to be Remen to set it up first, because the penalty zone, you can react on the penalty zone, right? The quad shadow can still come up for Nicolette, but no one can react to a fist crack, to a flicker pin down from the Badam.
Yeah.
So it comes down to Remen. Is she able to find these prio picks? And I think right now, the prio pick, it's tough to get the prio picks because it's Nicolette and Panda. Sayuri has Purify in the black shoes. Arya has Purify too. You need to find a way to get both Panda and Nicolette, and that's tough. They're both going to be split up, right? Nicolette's looking for flanks. Panda's playing so far back.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one to defend against, but maybe NAVI MY can go ahead and pull it off. Again, they're facing down quite a disparity in terms of itemization, so the waves will push in down on the bottom side with the Lord. And we'll see how Gaimin Gladiators decide to assault the base of NAVI MY here. They take a couple shots with the Destinado.
Shadow kill in the back. Hani able to flicker out to safety now. NAVI on their last legs. No flicker for Hani. Has it for the airstrike. Lord still very healthy in the bottom lane as Sayuri continues to push on the pace with the Gloom. Ash able to taunt. On to the back. Remen doesn't have an angle to attack. Now the Blade Surge used up, and also the Soul Sever to clear out the Lord as Nicolette goes up the Shuriken one more time for their airstrike into the mid lane. But AOG into the back, locks her down, cancels it out. It's a big fist track over in front, but there's no one to follow it up as Nicolette goes back in with the Shuriken again, and Panda gets the execution. GG!
Can they end it?
Can they do it? Slowly but surely, chucking HP bars low. Arya taking a bit too many shots from the turret. Remen goes and gets taken down. The SOD from Papa gets NAVI MY another chance to come back in this game.
NAVI MY will stop Gaimin Gladiators from ending the series there. It looked so close, but yet it was so far. A great defense from NAVI MY to play around, clearing the minions to keep them at bay, but then also staying into the fight. Looking at the instant replay here, Ashley jumped into backside to put pressure on Hani, but also the team was cut off from Raymond, so it was really good setups from both sides. But then even so, the waves were cleared out. They didn't have any waves pushing into this fight. And then that Spear of Destruction that comes forward, forcing this response from Panda. A great decision there from NAVI MY.
It's always the Malaysian teams, man.
It's always
have a gold laner Moskov that can turn things around, man. I got innocent flashbacks right there. Happened just last M series. Oh, good pick. Great shutdown. But still, it's a big, big win for GG. Yes, NAVI have now gotten another shot at taking or making a full comeback. But it was still two big basers, Naisu. Yeah. We're still on track for a GG win.
Gaimin Gladiator still has a healthy lead right now at this point, and they have control of this portion of the map to go ahead and secure themselves this Lord. We'll see if Shaw can give the information, if there's going to be a response. She gets whittled down quite a bit from Rhapsody shots, plus the Glooms, and Arya trying to do her best to keep them at bay. Jump in.
AOG locks in Rina. That's giving it a taunt as well. Three-man pin down from Remen. Hani gets away with wings by wings as Arya dishes out damage. No Panda to fight. The Lord reset, and Fafao is getting a lot of value up top. GG. The pressure is starting to hurt them bad.
That penalty zone, man. Able to catch out Panda. Panda still had flicker. She wasn't able to go ahead and get out of that danger penalty zone. The danger zone is true there. Nicolette. Oh, Nicolette. Okay. The Lord is up. They want to fight for control here. And as you mentioned, this is always the thing with Moskov. The lane pressure, the cross-map pressure you can have is insane. They're going to start the Lord. Wait. Health here.
Nicolette has the quad shadow, goes back in now. Give the pin down and the shadow kill over. Sayuri picks up the kill now. Retribution, Rina secures up the team. Penalty zone not landing as Ashley goes in for the AOG, and Sayuri continues with the Glooms. That's a Blade Surge tap as Shaw gets dealt with by the rest. Sayuri with the shot, or with the cut down onto the side as Rina goes in the Blade Surge again. Sayuri with the Gloom just eating up. Hani gets taken down, and the black shoes ensures Sayuri's safety. Remen jumping back, Lord spawning, but it's on the wrong lane.
Oh, what can Rina do? And Raymond here.
It's a desperate attempt to save the game. GG. With one Cannon in the mid lane, get their revenge and make it to the quarterfinals of MWI.
You can see the excitement here from Gaimin Gladiators. Again, a heated match. They felt the 2-0 defeat just days ago. And now they'll be the ones to send home NAVI M.